last time we played, the clues you had found so far had led you to believe that it was possible that a local crime lord was involved in some capacity with what was happening. His name is Mickey Green. All of you went to his publicly known establishment. He may have more, called the Golden Fleece. It's something of a restaurant, something of a bar, something of a casino. And all of you kind of snuck in. The two of you kind of snuck in. You had to leave the wolf outside, but you got in and you ended up making contact with Mickey Green. That chat didn't necessarily go over super well. You beat up some of his guys. Then one of them shot Philium. And things were getting scary. Like there just might be too many of them. And there was a moment there where all of you were worried that you were going to... The two of you were worried that you were going to die. But as it turned out, Mickey Green had other plans. You see, Mickey Green wasn't necessarily involved in this crime in a proactive capacity, though he may have helped move some money around or drop some names in exchange for cash to help things move along. But he did know that there was plans involving the actor and kind of now partner owner of the theater establishment, Richard Nolan, to cause trouble and attempt to frame the striking Steamrunners Union members for more violent crimes in the city. And he agreed to let the two of you go. He told you that he believed that you'd be able to find evidence of the crimes and Richard Nolan himself at his manor home. But he did ask for something in return. He told you that in Richard Nolan's office, or study, however you want to frame it for yourself, that there was a painting of a boat behind his desk. And he asked you to bring him that when you were done with your little excursion. Philium, I believe, assured him that it would be brought. And as we pick back up, the two of you are walking up the cobblestone, the Golden Fleece disappearing behind you. And you are on your way to Richard Nolan's manor. It's a 30-minute walk here, a 10-minute ride on a Tenafar disc.
No.
I assume you want to walk.
Am I still... Is my mouth still numb?
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yeah, walk. The Tenafar discs were horrible.
Alright. Let's get walking then.
Is there anything the two of you wanted to discuss on your way there? I'm sorry, dude. I'm blanking on the name of your wolf. Can you give it to me? Luna. All right. I should know that. I have a coworker named Luna. Anyways, as your dog barks and makes sure we know that they're there. Is there anything you guys want to discuss? Do you guys want to fast forward ahead to arriving at his house? There's a good chance you guys are finishing this story tonight, by the way. You've done pretty much everything but catch him, so.
We somehow kept stumbling onto the right answers.
That's not true. You guys like convinced some people to give you some information and stuff.
We are proper detectives, Bernard.
We are.
It probably didn't feel as intricate as an actual mystery, but this is the first time I've really tried to run one, so I'll get better at it.
Oh, no, it's a good mystery. I was just joking about the session where we kept, failing rolls, but then asking the right question to actually get useful answers.
Yup. Well, I mean, if you had passed those rolls, you wouldn't have even needed to go to Mickey Green.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I don't know about discussing, but I would search. So I remember I threw one of my pouches of cocaine to distract a guy who was grabbing me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have another baggie on me so I can take a bump or something?
Go ahead and roll an investigation. or a study, I'm sorry, again against the target number of 12.
Oh man, I have to roll max on this.
You can use your momentum.
For an investigation? I thought you were good at this.
It's a study roll,
I'm
everybody.
good at taking in information over time, not like in the moment.
Gotcha.
What'd you get?
As an 8.
Your hand's feeling a little shaky as you realize you're all out of your drug.
Well, shit.
Do I notice this?
Yeah, you'd probably notice him looking through his bag and looking upset.
Do we still have like a little bit of powder on your folder if you just like...
You see Luna turn and growl, but really Luna's turning and looking at Josh's character and saying, "Disgusting habit."
Please.
Yeah, I'll try and not disturb the clothes on my shoulder and just try and sniff off my if I get
Alright.
any powder left.
This is interesting. What skill do we think should cover getting a bump off of not knocking any powder off your shoulder?
Sleight of hand, maybe?
Yeah, maybe sleight of hand against the
Okay,
target.
okay.
It's target number of 8. You can use momentum for this.
Yeah, I'm getting antsy. I'm gonna use momentum for this.
Yeah, love it. I love it. I can't wait to tell the other playtesters about how you use momentum to get a bump of cocaine.
From your shoulder.
Hey, that's a 10. I didn't need
Perfect.
it, but I wanted to be safe.
So you should be good for the rest of the night, but you know you're going to be
Perfect.
in a bad spot if you don't get some at some point soon. All right. Ahead of all of you, the plant and stonework arch and descending steps of 721 East J Street lead up to a large Victorian manor house. You see ahead on the lawn, standing by the front door, what appear to be 2 guards of some kind. 2 Victorian toughs kind of standing outside, arms crossed, looking around in case they think that they're going to see trouble. And you see what looks like maybe some movement around the back of the house. At least another guard. You also see up in the top right corner a light turned on and some movement inside the home.
It would probably be better if we didn't have the guards' attention. We can either take them out, well, knock them out, or try and get in without them noticing.
Hold on, let's see what one might be easier. Luna, can you do a wrap around the perimeter and see if how many there are and where?
Luna trots off. What are you guys doing out front while Luna's checking the structure?
I'd probably try and find a blind spot based off of the guards we can see if we needed to scale the fence. Or the fence, because the gate's the part that opens. Yeah.
I think I would use my analyze feature, so I could like size up how tough these guards seem to be compared to us.
Okay. There's a roll with that, or a test with that, right?
Let's see. I can spend my deed and study a foe. Learning about my chances against them in combat. I learned basic information without a roll, like weapons and armor as how well experienced they look.
Mm-hmm.
Higher or lower wound threshold than me. And I can roll a perception contested by their willpower. If I succeed, I can get their current emotional state, whether or not they have fewer wounds than I do, their move speed, whether they are attempting to hide any items or carrying them from my sight.
Okay.
Ability to pick up on other details one's listed here,
Chris,
depending on
I
the
don't
situation.
think anybody has a lower wound threshold than you.
My other character does. Okay.
Yeah, you do have a character with 1.
There's a few people who are like, nah, we won't get into it, but there's a few people that are trying to run at like 1 health with no armor. It's really interesting.
So I'll roll a perception on them.
Yeah, go ahead. And they rolled a 4.
I got an 8.
They're looking antsy. You feel like they've been warned that there might be action tonight. Additionally, you can see through their coats that each of these guys up front, they're armed with pistols, and they've each got like billy clubs as well.
Okay. I will share that with Burner.
You're also noticing that they are basically wearing uniforms, which makes you feel like they're part of like a professional service.
Gotcha.
Not like police, though, right?
It is not uncommon for cops to take off-duty jobs.
Right, but they're not in, like, official police uniforms.
No, they don't have badges out or anything.
Did I see any, like, places that look like it might be easy to climb the fence that's out of the way?
Yeah, there's definitely places along the sides where it would be harder for the guards to notice you. At around this time, Luna comes back around, and she would inform you that there's 2 similar guards milling around the back entry. There's also a garden with a raised terrace. She wouldn't be able to get up there, but it might be an easier way to sneak in for either of you or both of you.
I'll pass along that information to Philium. The terrace would probably be easier for us, but Luna couldn't come with us, and I don't know if we want to leave her behind.
She is pretty confident that she could hide in the garden, at least for a while.
I more meant, like, in case shit goes down in the building, I'd rather have her.
She would tell you
with
that
us.
she doesn't know how many people are in the house, but she knows there's multiple people in the house.
Was it just the one light that was on inside?
There's some ambient light, like there might be lights on in some of the halls, but that was the only room light that was on.
Okay. Is that on the first floor, second floor?
It was on the second floor on the east side of the building. The terrace actually is on the back side of the building, but also on the east side.
I do think the terrace would probably be our best bet if we can get up there without them seeing us. It seems we would want to be on the second floor, at least based on the light situation inside.
Luna said there were multiple people in the house, so that may not even be him. I mean, it's probable with how late it is and the fact that he was up earlier, but it's not guaranteed to be him.
True. I would imagine his help has been, other than these guards, of course, has gone to sleep for the night. He might be.
He he had a wife and kids, right?
Yes.
His wife?
Well, somebody is awake, regardless, and they are presumably using that light. I do think that would be the best place to strike first. Take out the person we know is awake.
Yeah, we could do that. Let's start heading for the garden side.
Okay. As the two of you move to the corner, you hear something. It sounds like it's in the garden out front of the house across from this one. You hear
I'll go look and see who's snoring.
it sounded more like heavy objects dropping into the garden.
Oh, okay.
Like
yeah,
falling through the air and landing.
I'll just look up. Do I see where they're coming from?
Make a perception test. You could as well if you're looking, William. This is against a target number of... Actually, this is against an opposing creature's stealth. So,
Okay.
so actually, make awareness checks for me. This is against a stealth check.
No, that's much difficult.
Yeah, everyone ignores awareness until they need it.
To be honest with you, I didn't do much in the way of defenses on this character at all.
Fair. Just dodge.
I got 1 point in dodge.
Yeah,
My plan was that my 2 armor would absorb most of the damage. I got a 6.
I got a 9.
All right. You notice basically just a little bit of movement, like shadows in the dark garden. But Philium, you notice a little bit more than Bernard. You notice that it looks like there's 2 figures in the garden, and they're both cloaked and cowled with masks that only show the under part of their faces. You notice the larger of the 2 figures, who's clad entirely in black and has a long cape draped off of their back, stands up slowly. The mask, which is almost like a hard material, like an armored material, has just eye sockets that are just shielded with some kind of glassy white, like eye cover. So you can't even see the eyes. It's just like white, basically. What are you doing here? A smaller figure stands up next to him, clad entirely in white. Similar cowled outfit. This figure appears to be feminine.
Do they smell familiar?
No. Go ahead and make lore tests for me. This is against a target number of 8.
A romance.
5.
4.
Okay. What do you say?
What did he asked us who we were?
No, he said, "What are you doing here?"
Oh, so they saw us too?
Yeah, he stood up and addressed you directly.
Gotcha. I thought they were talking to the 2 figures talking to each other.
No.
I might ask you the same thing.
We're on a investigation. We'd prefer if civilians don't get in our way.
And what might
That's
you be
hilarious.
investigating?
There's some intention behind the riots in the city tonight. We're searching for answers on that. The smaller figure crosses their arms, and you can feel their glare even through the whites of the eyes.
Are there like a rival 2-person detective team in town that we know about?
You failed your lore tests, so you're not sure who this is.
I'll whisper to Philium. Do you think that we should tell them they're at the wrong house for that?
They might have different information than us. We're also not directly investigating that.
That's true. We're kind of just a side thing now.
You're investigating the murder of Philium's friend.
Yeah.
Esmeralda, the drug dealer.
Well, she was more than just a drug dealer. She was like a fixer. She was like a person who got people things.
Was my drug dealer.
yeah.
It was Philium's drug dealer.
Look. We don't have all night. The cover of darkness suits us well.
As does us. Are you looking at Nolan's house? Or this one?
Nolan's, of course.
Well, we are also investigating Nolan's house as it was.
He'll cock his head slightly, and then he'll look down at the figure at his side, and he'll say, "What do you think, Nightshade?" And they'll kind of shift. They don't seem violent to me. Perhaps they know a thing or two. If not, we just take them out quickly and we move on to the house. He levels his gaze back at you. So, what's your goals?
We are investigating a murder. Nolan is our prime suspect.
It appears we're possibly connected. Maybe not in our goals, but our motivations could align.
Good. It sounds like we might do well teaming up.
I'm Shrike. This is Nightshade.
Do either of those names ring any kind of bells? Because
you guys have heard some rumors about masked vigilantes. People who strike in the dead of night. And there is like an element of like low-level criminals that are like concerned that these masked vigilantes are
coming for him.
Let's be real, you're kind of getting like a Batman vibe from this guy.
I was thinking that. Like,
yes, just out of character. You're getting kind of like at this point you guys have both noticed that like their leather outfits have like armored plates, and the Shrike has this chest symbol of like a bird, like a shrike, and Nightshade is kind of in like matching armor, but all in white.
You know, white hasn't blended to the night very well, right?
They don't see me coming. You wouldn't have without your friend here.
Oh, by the way, my name is Philium. And I'll look to Bernard. But I'm not going to say his name unless he wants to.
Shrike's going to reach into his one of the pouches on his utility belt, and he's going to pull out a pill, and he's going to hold it across to you. This will help with that.
I'll grab it.
Sure.
And,
don't look at me. I don't know what it is.
Would Luna be able to smell if it was like poisonous or
she could try
substance?
She could try. You want to hold it down to her nose?
Yeah, I'll hold it down to Luna.
One sec.
I don't think these people would try and kill us, Bernard. At least unless we were to attempt to hurt them first.
So, Luna cocks her head. And then she looks up at you, growling, as she says... I want to make sure I get this right. Turmeric, cinnamon, garlic, ginger, maybe some cayenne.
I hate ginger, and I'll pop it in my mouth and eat it.
You're supposed to swallow that, but he shrugs.
Yeah, I'll swallow it
Let's go into this
quickly.
True. He'll look past you towards the house. So, what's your plan of attack?
Well, we were thinking the terrace to get up towards the second floor, where the lights are on. Catch whoever's awake by surprise.
He'll nod. We'll eliminate the guards outside. Then we'll meet you inside. Quietly.
Sounds good to me. How
Very
fortuitous
well.
that we met you.
Reaching back behind his cloak, he'll shuffle a gloved hand around and he'll pull out what looks like a miniature Tinefar disc. He'll hold it across to you so you can get your pet upstairs with you.
You know, I was wondering if they had those in portable versions.
It's not fully functioning, but it will lift.
Oh, well, that's something at least. Thank you very much.
We're gonna be needing that back when this is done.
Of course.
I felt like them anyway.
As you finish saying that, you feel the inflammation in your mouth starting to recede.
It is starting to feel better. My thanks.
He'll nod. Let's get to work. Both of them crouch and start to move through the street. We see the two of you moving across the outside of the gate. Go ahead and make a stealth test for me. This is against a target number. This is a shared target number of 12.
That means we add both of our scores
Yep.
together. Yeah, okay, that's good because I can roll a maximum of 8 here, Chris. So
Okay, I can get up to a 12.
cool. This will be mostly on you then. Rolled a 5.
I rolled an 8.
Oof.
Hey, 13.
Good job, guys. As you're moving across, our camera kind of pans to the side, and you hear grunts from the two by the front of the steps. As you look to the left, you see both of them basically swoop in black as night and swoop out from under the light, and the two guys just like disappear.
Maybe we should get fancy outfits? No.
Oh,
No.
I don't think
I
it's
don't
just the outfits, William.
I don't either. They're very good. As the two of you flip into the garden, you see the two guards at the back stalking around, and I need another shared stealth test of 12.
Ooh. I only had 3 this time, Chris.
Ugh, I got 8. So we got 11.
The two of them turn as you're moving through the garden. Hey, who's over there? As the two of you freeze, how do you try to respond?
In the yard yet, or are we still out?
You're in the yard. You flipped over the gate, and you're in the garden part of the yard. They're at the back door, like 30 feet away, 50 feet away maybe. And they're turned towards the garden as you guys went over the gate. And they've called out because they know that somebody's over there.
How common are, like, strays in the city? Like, if Luna went out, would they just assume it was a stray dog that got into the yard somehow and
Like a
chase her
collar
off?
on her or anything?
No, I wouldn't put a collar on her.
Okay. Yeah, I think that Luna might be able to convince them that she's like a stray dog. They probably would chase her off the yard.
Right, but they wouldn't, like, pull out their guns and just shoot a stray dog because it got in the yard, right?
No, probably not.
Okay.
If one of them did that, they would have it would be like somebody who has like they're like scared she's gonna attack them or something.
Mm-hmm. I'll just I'll tell Luna. Step out, let them see you. Act as a stray.
Okay. Okay, one sec. Luna steps out. She whines at them, tucking her tail between her legs, and they both step off of the deck. Oh, fuck. Chase it out the back fence. Why has it always got to be me? And one of them steps forward. Get out of here! Get out of here! And as Luna turns and rushes towards the back fence, he chases after her. The other one just folds his arms and he looks back over in your direction, and then he leans up on the back door. As he leans up on the back door, you guys see some kind of like grappling hook implement kind of launch down and just catch the guy by his collar, and he goes, huh? Ah! And he just gets pulled up into the shadows and disappears.
That toy could be very fun.
That would be quite useful. Perhaps we should get some tools of the trade from them after this is over.
Agreed. Exchange information.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, what are the two of you doing?
If we were to go up towards the terrace now, would that guy who was chasing Luna see us?
No, he's like
Or is he
all the way
off?
down at like the back of the gate right now. So this is like the time to move on it easiest.
Yeah, I would start moving up towards it so we can get up there.
Yeah.
You guys move up to the gate. You could attempt to use the portable Tinifar lift, or you could make athletics tests to get up on top of the terrace. It doesn't look like it's a wooden terrace. It's not necessarily designed to support weight, so you might want to go like one after the other. When you look up there, you see that there's a window at the end of the terrace that looks like it leads into a room.
That the room that has the light on.
It isn't, but it's probably connected to, like, based upon the fact that you guys have been in a house before, you feel like it's probably connected to a hallway that also leads to that room. Like, it's like the next room over or like 2 rooms over.
I'll try the disc so I don't have to climb up, and then
All right, you pull it out.
doesn't have to use the disc.
So-
I can climb up.
So when you pull the disc out, it's like holding a frisbee. So go ahead and make us a study test, because Shrike didn't explain how to use it.
He sure didn't. That's a 10.
So you see basically no implements. It's just a completely smooth disc surface on both sides. But you do recall that there was some call and response mentally with the Tinifar discs that you used. Like when you stood on it the bigger Tinifar disc, you like thought about how you wanted controls, and it like assembled the controls in front of you.
I would set it down, step on top, and think about going up.
Okay. Yeah. As you step on it, it grows under your feet to a size that pretty much would fit like you and one other person. And then as you think for it to go up, it rises to being level with the top of the terrace.
Perfect.
You feel like, based upon judging the way it reacts to your weight and how it rises, it probably doesn't have like an infinite rise, but it can definitely go higher than this terrace.
Gotcha. All right, Bernard, make your way up.
I wouldn't want to take the Tinifar disc if I don't have to.
I give a target number for the athletics.
You did not.
It is a 8. You could also do acrobatics for this.
Athletics is better.
Okay.
I at least got 2 brawn. 9.
You scamper up. You You're on the terrace. You're currently on the disc.
Yep.
I'll
move over to the window.
Yeah, I'll slide over to the window and peek in.
When you peek in, you see a fairly dark room. It's like a guest bedroom, maybe, or a bedroom that's not currently in use. It's not very large. It's probably better for like a child.
Did Windows locked at
What?
this time frame? Like Windows had locks.
Oh
on
yeah. Yeah, when you try to get under it, first of all, you're going to need some kind of like flat edge to get under it. And then you can also tell that there's a lock from the other side. You're going to need to figure out how to work it if you want to open the window silently.
I'll look back to Philium, like, the window's pretty sealed, and I don't know how to pick a window lock.
Well, the lock would probably be on the inside as well.
It is.
How's the like actual window constructed? Is it like the 4 smaller windows, or is it like one large?
It's 4 smaller windows.
Are you thinking of trying to pop one of the glass panes out?
Yeah.
Silently?
Yeah, like if you could, I don't know, you grow claws sometimes. If you could chip away some of the wood around the edge and pop one of those panes out, we could reach our hands in and unlock it.
Sure. I'll, grow some claws.
Doing that quietly will require a sleight of hand test of 8.
8. I can pass that if I roll max. I think I'm going to use some momentum on that.
Alright.
Because I don't want to wake whoever's in the room. I don't want to have to need to roll max. And I rolled minimum. Did the opposite of max. I rolled a 2.
Did you have no bonus to that?
Nope.
Hilarious.
Sleight of hand is not this character's strong points.
So you could definitely do this, but it's going to make some noise.
I don't think I can do it silently, Philium.
Well, if we can't do it silently, then I don't think there's a point in
No.
trying.
I think
to
at
be
that
silent.
point I might as well just break through the glass, honestly.
Well, we could
Or we could
break
go up to
the
the-
window and see who comes to check on it. Stay out of sight. Or you were about to suggest something.
I was going to say we could go up to the roof and see if there's any other windows open on the second floor elsewhere.
Very faintly from the front of the house, you hear somebody say, "Hey, wait a minute." And you hear some people coming up, like another shift coming up the driveway. "Hey, I think we got somebody down over here." And then you hear, "Hey, somebody dropped him! Who are you?" Ah! And you just hear like some kind of like scuffle, but it's like a muted scuffle, like happening like out front of the house.
Those guys are really good.
That they are. I wouldn't mind testing myself against them at some point.
Save that
Not
for
to
the
the
future.
death, obviously. Yes.
You guys are getting so many like NPCs that the main campaign can possibly meet early. They're gonna be jealous. They're gonna be jealous they didn't watch these YouTube videos.
How flush is the window with the frame? Would I be able to like slide my sword underneath it?
Yeah, you might be able to do that.
Could I try that and see if I can like hook the latch with my
Latch?
sword?
Yeah, I'd let you do a study to try to do that. I'd let you do a study to know where to hit it.
Okay.
And then either one of you could make an offense roll to try to do it. Like, you could try to do it with an offense roll, or he could, because, like, you're right next to him, saying, like, do it like this. Give me 1 second. We're back. The roll.
Oof. I got 5.
Ew, it's not great.
It's probably not going to do it.
I would say you honestly probably have about as good an offense or better than I do. I've got 2 brawn and 1 offense.
I only got a 5.
You only got a 5?
Yeah.
So I would still let either one of you try it, because you have some basic idea of what you want to do, but the target number has gone up.
Okay.
It would be an offense roll against a 10 now.
So instead of like going specifically where it is, I'd have to like sweep the whole thing.
Yeah, and just like hope that you latch it right.
Well, it's my sword, so I will try it.
Okay. That's going to be an offense test against 10. This is your cane sword?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you got way bigger dice than I do for offense.
He's pretty good with the sword.
I got a 15.
You sweep the latch. Both of you hear it switch on the opposite side, and then the window goes and lifts just a little.
I think I got it.
Is that so? We think it's unlocked now.
It sounds like it's unlocked on the other side.
I'll try and slowly lift it up.
You slowly, quietly lift the window, and there's enough room to climb through now.
I'll grab.
You're also here,
so
definitely.
it's not just floating.
Yeah, you're definitely hearing some creaks, like the top of the lattice work is going to give way soon.
I'll climb in really quick.
All right. You climb in. Bernard, you follow?
Same. Yeah.
Okay, and both of you are in this dark room. The bed in the corner is empty. The shelves are empty. The chest by the bed is empty. This just seems like an unused room.
I'll try the door to whatever.
You go to the door, you see light creeping from underneath, and when you open the door, you see the back of a guard heading down the hall. It looks like there's another door on the left and a door on the right. And the hall goes back in the opposite direction, and it wraps around the south side of the building if you want it to. But 2 doors down on the left, you can see the light coming from that room that was lit.
Follow me quickly. We're gonna try and get to that room with light really fast. I'll try.
Guard is in between you and that room, but his back is to you.
Oh, so we'd have to get past him. Got it.
Yeah.
And would you be able to take care of him?
I'm gonna look at my arm and then just like give Bernard a bicep smush with my hand. Choke him out.
I'll
Stronger than me.
I am stronger. I'll try to sneak up behind him and
Choke him out.
choke him out. Yeah.
Okay, let's do athletics first athletics, like a grapple test.
Okay.
I am going to spend momentum on this.
If I can help at all, I would just like to grab his arms. But if not, that's
Okay. I'll give you a free momentum as
Okay.
well. So
So I
you're
get to
rolling,
roll twice.
yeah, rolling twice and taking the best.
Sweet. Okay. I hope that's not the best. It was tied 5 on both rolls.
Yeah. Well, I got a 4. So you guys you grab his arm, you wrap your arm around him, and you squeeze his neck, and both of you kind of put him into the carpet. Do you want to drag him into one of the other rooms?
Yeah, well, I'll drag him back into the empty room we were just in.
Do you drop him on the floor or in the bed?
I'll drop him in the bed.
Okay.
He's just trying to make a living. It's not his fault. His boss is a dick.
Yeah.
So we see the light coming from the one room?
Yes, all the way at the end on the left. It also looks like the staircase goes downstairs. So, like, by the time you're at that door, the hallway opens up into, like, an opening, it looks like, that can see down into the downstairs. And there's a staircase that'll be on your right going down towards the front door.
Okay. I will try and very quietly test this door, see if it's locked. Where the light is.
It is unlocked. Bernard, as he's doing that, you look back down the hall and you see just like for a brief moment, you see the shadow of Shrike and Nightshade like move past one of the windows outside on the roof.
Sweet.
They're just too fucking cool.
They're so good.
You should go train with them.
I should. I'm just gonna give Bernard like a head nod and start counting up on my fingers, like 1, 2, and then I'll open the door on 3.
You pull open the door and you rush into a lit study. It's essentially a library. Do we have tokens for your characters? Oh, ways.
I don't think so.
We've been just theater of the minding this. Well, this is what it looks like.
We have been, yeah.
And you see
always beat D20s.
You see a figure sitting at this desk. He looks up. Oh, look who's arrived.
Expecting us?
Well, let's just say you were a little loud in your questioning at the theater, and mayhaps I noticed you.
I see. Thank you for some constructive criticism on our approach.
It's a pleasant last words, especially to the man that's gonna kill ya.
Don't really foresee that happening.
I don't think that's the case. I'm gonna step behind a bookshelf.
Alright, one of you needs to be like a blue D20 and one of you needs to be like a red D20. This room...
I changed mine to green because red kind of blended into the carpet.
How do you get the measuring thing to come up when you move them?
Tab.
Tab.
You can right click it and also toggle measure movement. I'm gonna lock them out.
That's a good call, thank you.
It's not cute. It's not letting me do anything.
With the die?
No, the measuring tool, because I think it was the map wasn't locked in place, so it was.
So in this room, 6 inches is a range band. I don't care if you're a little off one way or another, just in general.
Okay.
Go ahead and you could make either insight or study tests against a target number of 8. I've chosen 8 a lot tonight. A target number of 7.
Slightly more in her favor. I'll take it. And despite the fact that it was the most common result for the 2 dice I rolled, I didn't get it.
How'd you do, Chris?
Hold on. I think I have something with insight. One of my callings has insight in it, I believe.
I think there's an insight ability in detective. For like reading faces or something. There isn't, there should be. Yeah, this would be easy for you. And they can use your wisdom instead of your resolve.
So Chris just needs to hit a 4 then?
Yeah, so you just need to hit a 4. And your dice are better, I'm pretty sure, because your wisdom's probably higher than your resolve.
Ends up being the same.
Okay.
The study is a 2d6, and then insight would be a d8 and a d4. But it is easy or no?
It is easy.
Matt said it was easy.
It is easy. Yep, that hits it. Something feels off here. This isn't the kind of person you're expecting, like Richard Nolan to be.
I stepped off behind a bookshelf. So
What did Josh? What did you do?
I probably would have seeing him step behind the bookshelf, I probably would have stepped up behind the bookshelf on the other side.
He stands up from behind the desk and he pulls out a pistol. You see the front barrel. It has 2 barrels that are like just like kind of like lazily rotating in and out of slotting into the rest of the gun. So like where the barrel is past the trigger, it's just doing like this mechanical rotation that occasionally puts one of the barrels in alignment with the rest of the gun. That's how it's gonna be then? You're gonna hide? Make me come for ya?
Well, if you wouldn't mind.
I expected a little bit better than this.
I expected Nolan to be here.
You think you're ahead, but you're behind. Oh, and those friends of yours? We know about them too. As you're peering through the books, you see him lift a small device in his hand. It's got a metal-plated face with a single button. He presses it. You hear a loud explosion outside of the room as the whole house shakes. The room immediately starts to heat up. You can tell that, like, a fair amount of the house caught on fire from whatever happened here. Outside, you hear some shouts, and you hear Shrike say, "Whole building's caught on fire. We're trying to get to you." And then you hear more shouting as guards sound like they're either arriving or coming out of the rooms downstairs as the house lights on fire. Make awareness tests for me. This is against a target number of 6.
Arson isn't going to help your case.
Oh, we own the property.
Seven.
11.
Both of you hear a metallic click from the door.
Well, either we are locked in here with him, or he is locked in here with us.
I like the latter. Let's do that one.
He is going to move forward 6 feet, and he is going to fire his gun this way, hoping to hit you. Roll a dodge with, I would say, you have a free momentum on this. It is easy for you, so you get to roll twice and take the higher.
Sweet. I did that.
He rolled a 9.
First one was a 7. Second one was also a 7. Why am I rolling the same fucking number twice every time I get to roll 2?
Philium, as you're watching, the larger of the 2 barrels falls into place. A hole is just blown wide through the bookshelf as it hits Bernard. Bernard, you fly back into this bookshelf and fall prone, and you take 3 points of piercing damage.
1 point of piercing damage.
Armor's good. It is now one of your turns. Either one of you can decide to go first this round.
You have a gun, right, Philium?
No.
I have in my notes that you found a revolver with 18 bullets in the hidden compartment in the briefcase.
I did find a gun, but Mickey took it.
Mickey did take it.
He only gave me my cane back.
That's unfortunate.
They didn't necessarily know it was also a sword, but that's what I have right now.
Unfortunate. I mean, you could get much closer to him than I could, since I'm assuming it probably costs some movement to stand up from prone. Would that be correct?
You would have half of your normal move.
So I could only make it, like, to here.
Yeah. I'll
Come on, what are you waiting for?
Hey, it's our turn. You just wait yours again.
I'll go out half my movement. I have my cane, not sworded currently, just the cane.
Sure.
In one hand, and then I'll take out the disc, since I think he's too far for me to get up to, next to anyway. But I'll have the disc in one hand, and I'll try something.
What do you want to try?
As I'm holding it, I'm thinking shield, and see if it like forms a shield in front of me or something from him.
That is totally not what I thought you were going to do with it.
So you don't feel it responding like it can only be used to program what it's going to do.
Yeah.
You might be able to use it as a projectile somehow.
That's what I was thinking you were going to do with it. Like, chuck it at him with the command of enlarge or something. Hit him with the Tenafar disc.
So, yeah, you could definitely try, like, thinking what direction you want it to lift in.
Okay, thinking shield and it not doing anything, I'll continue my movement. And as I get up there, I'll start crouching low and then toss it out, like frisbee style, towards his feet. And just think about lift to the ceiling as it's like arcing up to like hit him in the chin or something.
Okay. All right. Make a. You could make an offense agility roll to do this. I think it's going to be against his dodge. I rolled a 5. Not good.
I rolled a 5.
All right. Tie goes to the attacker. The Tenafar disc enlarges. It lifts. It doesn't have the ability to move faster than it does normally, but he's not able to dodge out of the way, and it presses him back, and then it lifts him up off the ground, and it drops him against this back wall. As he does that, he slams on the desk, and you see some of the desk drawers fly open and paperwork spilling out. lifting the gun, the smaller barrel rotates in, and he's going to stand up, and he's going to fire at you, Philium. So if you could roll a dodge for me against a target number of 7.
I got 11.
11. Yeah, you dodge to the side of the bullet. That ends his turn. Bernard, as your turn starts, the doorway, you hear crackling from the other side of it, and you see smoke coming in from underneath as the part of the wood around the lock burns away, and it falls forward off of its hinges, and the flames start creeping into this room. That's like from over here.
Over there? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to be standing up, and if I use my deed to move,
you can move 9 inches.
Okay, I was about to ask if it added the additional 2, or if it was going to be like.
Well, I mean, how much? What's your moves? What's your
2 range bands?
Oh
no! Wait, hold on. I have 1 agility. I normally move 1 range band.
Yeah, so you could move a range band and a half right now, which would be like 9 inches on this board, if you use your deed. Otherwise, you're just going to move 3 inches, and everyone will judge you for that.
And now,
I'm just kidding.
Particularly considering I don't have any ranged weapons, so I wouldn't be able to do anything.
You just got to figure that shit out.
Actually, do any of these books look like I could chuck them at him? Like,
yeah, definitely. There's like big ass books on these tables.
Okay, so instead of, are there any on the book?
There's also like lit candles and like metal scroll cases and.
Are there any on this bookshelf in front of me that I think could make good projectiles?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, well then I will just use my regular move and then take one of those and chuck it at him, whatever looks the heaviest.
Sure. So you would roll. You would roll. It would be difficult because it's chucking a book. It's not like an actual weapon, but you could roll an offense roll against him, or an offense test, a contest. He got an 8.
Oh, hopefully I roll really good. I got 11 on the first one, and 13 on the second one.
He kind of shrugs that off, but he does look a little stunned. Interesting. He's going to hop over the desk. And then he is going to fire a shot back at Bernard again. He's going to use the big barrel for this. Jeez, I rolled a 4.
Hopefully I can do better than that. I rolled a 4.
All right. That is 3 piercing damage to you, and you're knocked prone. Then he's going to holster the pistol, and he's going to pull out his. He's got like one of those short billy clubs with the rings on the end, and he's gonna toss it back and forth between his hands. You're right. I'm not. Well, Mr. Nolan. And then, as he says that, you are shot at from back here. Philium. And you need to roll a dodge test against a 6.
Oh. 9.
You step forward just slightly. The shot rings out and it misses wildly, and you can see the larger man in front of you roll his eyes. Unfortunately, he's useless. It's okay. That's why he pays me.
I see.
Who's up? Round 2.
Did we ever roll initiative? Or determine
Nope.
initiative?
Masterson got the jump on you guys, and I decided I wanted to play test running this combat just back and forth.
Oh, okay, okay.
So,
I think, Chris, it's probably better for you to go because you can actually get to the big guy.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm going to be standing up again.
sounds salty.
A little bit. I only got one ring span normally, man.
James feels...
Side question, if I'm
Yeah.
allowed.
A side question?
Um,
You only get one. Everybody gets one, Chris.
I mean, if I'm able to, can I see the painting of the boat that Mickey wanted in here?
You
or
can.
Would that take a deed to find?
No, you can see it. It is mounted behind the desk.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Get-
I'll go.
Did it get damaged when Chris chucked the Tenafar disc and he hit back against the wall?
No, but the fire is eventually going to reach it.
Yeah, I need to get over there.
There's like fire in these corners now. The room's getting hot.
Are there windows in this room?
Yeah, there's some windows over here.
Okay.
I'll start walking up, and I'll pull the sword out of the cane. I think this will be more like it, and we'll just do the quick fencing standoff as I like walk around him and then go into attack.
All right. He rolled a 5. Tell you what, boys, I got Josh's dice luck tonight, and you're lucky.
I got a 13.
You strike him. How much damage do you deal with your cane sword?
I want to say it's 1, but I ignore 3 armor.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Yep.
Small sword master.
Great build. Great build. Josh
Yeah.
improves. Yeah, you deal 1 piercing damage to him as you see him start to bleed through his coat. Nice toothpick.
It does the trick.
Yeah, let's see how you like this. He moves back at you and he swings the billy club. And he gets a 9 on his attack.
8 dodge. I have an ability though. I can spend a strike point to try and perfect parry if an attack is hitting me.
Okay, sure.
If it does bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing damage.
It is bludgeoning damage, so you can try to parry it.
Yeah, seeing that I'm not going to be able to dodge, I'll try and parry. I got a 14.
Yep. You bring up the blade and you strike him instead. It deals damage, right?
No, it just
okay.
prevents his attack from hitting me.
How many strike
I think
points?
James is the one that
It
has
costs
like
one
a
strike
counter-attack thing.
That costs 1 strike point, and I have 4 total.
Okay,
Well,
nice.
3 now. So.
Nice, Bernard. William's holding his own for now, at least. Technically, it is Nolan's turn. Actually, he's reloading his pistol for his turn. What would you like to do?
I will stand up and see that Philium's handling his own over there for now, and I'll go for Nolan, who's shooting at people.
Sure. 9 inches. Good progress. All right. Top of the next round. I think Nolan is going to go first. He's going to lean around the corner and see you there.
And sneeze.
Bless you.
And sneeze. My bad.
Mhm.
My
It's all the
allergies-
smoke
my
you set
allergies-
off in your house.
Yeah, my allergies have just been really bad. As he does that, I think he's gonna go ahead and make an intimidation. Roll an intimidation test for me.
Okay.
He got a 4 on his willpower.
Where is intimidation? I'm not great at those.
Yeah,
Can beat a 4.
you definitely can. You
I
sure
got
did.
a 5. Hell yeah.
How do you intimidate him as you're approaching him?
As I'm approaching him, I'll very dramatically and bare my teeth and very dramatically and slowly start elongating my fangs, and then hold up my hand and start growing my claws, and then I'll just growl a little bit.
He steps back. What the hell are you? And he's gonna pull and fire. Go ahead and roll a dodge test for me. I'm gonna make this difficult for him. I'm actually gonna spend a momentum to get rid of the difficulty. So you guys have 2 momentum again.
Yeah.
He rolled a 9.
I rolled a 10. I rolled my best.
As you're growling at him, you snap to the side. He fires wildly off again, and then he's going to move around this corner and try to hide. All right, one of you two is up.
I'll hit my guy again.
Yeah, why don't you go first, Chris?
Or try to hit him anyway.
Yeah. With the dodge rolls I've been rolling.
Go for another strike. That is a 9.
Let's see how he does. He got a 3.
It's another damage.
He takes another wound.
I
He's
didn't know
still
you
locked
took
in on
my
you.
dice, Matt. That's nice of you for the final session to use my dice.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, I'm gonna snap
Just
back.
give up now.
You know how many of those I can take? Ha! He's gonna swing back at you with the club again. He got a 6.
Let's see, my dodge is a 7.
Oh my goodness. All right. He strikes over your head. He misses you.
Well, it doesn't so much matter how many times you can get stabbed if you can never hit me.
We'll see about that. Josh?
Couple of questions. One, how high are these bookcases?
Like 6 feet.
Okay. 2, how wide apart are the shelves?
From front end to front end of either side.
No, from the bottom.
They're back to back.
Like, how much space between the shelves? Like, do I think I could dive through it? Would I sit?
Yes. You would be breaking through the wood walls.
Okay, I mean, that's fine.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Instead of that, I can run up to here, and then can I just try and shove these bookcases over onto him?
Yeah, definitely. I love that.
What would that be, an athletics check?
Sure would. I got a 4. Oh my god.
8.
Eight. Yeah, you shove the bookcases down, and you hear Nolan cry out as they collapse on top of him, and you see his pistol skitter out on the ground. It's now laying like right here.
Okay.
And he appears to be down, trapped underneath the bookcase. The fire is now climbing up these bookcases. All right, top of the order. Masterson looks back. Ugh, completely useless.
Your
And he's
boss
gonna
is down. The fire is getting in here. This is not the time for a fight, and you clearly can't take me.
He's gonna try to grapple you. And I need you to make an athletics or an acrobatics.
I'll momentum this.
Sure. I got an 11.
So I get to roll again.
Yep, you sure do.
I can technically beat it, but I didn't.
He's going to grab you, and he's going to just toss you back into this table. It's going to do 1 down bludgeoning damage, and it's going to knock you prone.
Would that damage be reduced by...
By our armor, yeah.
Excellent.
The only thing that is naturally not reduced by armor in the game right now, I think, is psychic damage.
Makes sense.
Which would go against your sanity, though, right?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, I definitely can't reach that guy.
You can reach the pistol.
I could reach the pistol. I don't know if it's... He just shot me, and it seemed like a one-shot pistol, though.
You can see if it's got any ammo to reload on the ground by it.
Yeah. Did Philium already go in this round?
No. Nope. Either one of you can go. You're actually going back to back, so you guys can decide.
Okay. In that case, why don't I go first, so that way you're not right up on top of him when I attempt to shoot a pistol if it's got bullets. Since I'm not a pistol shooter, I'll run by to pick up the gun.
Pick up the gun. There are some bullets on the ground. There's like 5 bullets on the ground.
Okay. And it would be my deed to reload, I'm assuming.
Scoop them up and reload? Yeah, I'd say so.
Okay, yeah, I'll scoop up the bullets and reload a shot.
Alright. Philium.
And then I got 2 more inches of movement, so I'll just move up
Take
a little
a couple
bit
big breaths from getting thrown at a table. Ugh. And how much movement is it to stand up?
Half.
Is that within melee?
Yeah, I'd say so. You rush him.
Yeah, I'll get up, try and stay as far as I can to the side, so burn it as a cleaner shot.
Okay.
Where I'm not in the way. And I'll go in and try and take this guy down again. I was just looking. I actually have a +3 to my roll from weapon training, so that's a 9.
Okay. This is against his dodge. I can beat this. Nope, didn't beat it. He's breathing heavily now.
Very low on time. Look at the fire right there.
Go ahead and make a...
Run away even. I don't care.
Go ahead and make a persuasion test for me. It's against a target number of 10.
I can only hit that with a moment.
You want to drop it to 7?
Sure.
What are you rolling, Chris? 2d4?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't persuade people. I'm just smart.
You know, I don't persuade people.
Isn't there a feature in Academic that lets you change your persuasion to wits? Something to consider. Didn't get it.
6.
He smiles at you. Oh, no. I'm not going to be taken down by some pipsqueak like you. I've been at this game too long. And he's going to move to grapple you again. Athletics or acrobatics?
It's acrobatics. Six.
Well, I got a 6 as well. So, I'm going to initiate. I'm the initiator, so I'm going to grapple you. Yep. And he's going to carry you with him. And he twists you around, and he's holding you up against the flames now. Josh. As Bernard lifts the pistol, you see a glint of light, and this window breaks as Luna jumps in. And she's going to double move into his range and start growling and barking up at him as he like shifts back and forth. He's still holding you against the flames, though.
Okay. My turn then?
Yep.
I will move 6 inches, and I will attempt to shoot him.
Okay.
I'm gonna say this would probably be difficult because I would be very carefully aiming to not hit Luna or Philium.
Okay.
And I'm not good with the gun, so like I'd be erring on the side of missing as opposed to hitting either of them. Well, that one was a 2, so
Yeah, he rolled a 10, so it was going to be really hard for you to beat it.
oh, I couldn't beat that with 2d4.
Nice try. I'm gonna beat this one dog to death after I'm done putting this one in the fire. And
protect Philium. I'm gonna give her the defend command.
Okay. Now that now that there's been a full round, he gets his solo boss ability back. So now he's getting a turn between each of the 3 of you. He's gonna start by attempting to toss Philium into the flames. Philium, you can make a dodge test to try to like catch the bookshelf out of the way of the flames, or if there's something else you can think of. He's gonna spend momentum on this.
Oh wait, hold on. According to defend, Luna would have been able to spend her reaction to make an attack.
Oh yeah, she will do that.
What you got there?
She will do that. 1 sec. He dodged her. And then he tries to toss you into the flames as she grips at his back.
11.
Ah. You dodge up to the bookcase. He growls in frustration. Spits up some blood. Which one of you would like to go first? Flames are like creeping up on you where you landed, Chris.
Gotcha. I would like to not be in the flames.
Yeah, you should get out of the flames.
It's going to be hard to move past him without possibly taking an attack, just to let you know. It's a tight spot you're running through.
You get to add +2 to your dodge rolls with Luna defending you.
Oh, nice. Well, I'll go up to him and, like, I am going to run past, but I'm going to strike out at him first.
Sure.
See if that makes a difference.
I mean, he got a 4, so...
I got a 13.
You sink your blade into his chest. How would you like to kill Masterson? If you want to kill him.
I don't think I have a way of getting him out of here. So, yeah, I'm just going to sink it directly where I expect his heart to be. And as he's clutching down, gasping, just look down. Now, if either of us is flammable, unfortunately it will have to be you. And I'll just pull my sword out, and then I'm gonna rush over to the painting.
He falls face first into the flames. You rush over to the painting.
Yeah, with the rest of my movement.
Luna's moving back towards this window.
Grab the painting as I call out, Bernard, you should probably grab Nolan. We'll need to get him out of here.
Don't forget to grab some paperwork for Shrike. I'll go start digging Nolan out.
Make a study test on the desk.
If only I had 10 minutes.
Like the fire's gonna allow you to have 10 minutes.
It's not.
I'd have a much better study roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Cool.
You can use momentum.
I
think
got
we
an
can-
11.
Okay. You realize that there's a secret door, like a secret shelf in this desk that pops out, but it looks like there's like a little keyhole.
Bernard, does Nolan have a key on him?
Bernard, go ahead and make an
really
athletics.
small one. It would fit a tiny lock in this desk over here.
Bernard, go ahead and make an athletics test to try to get the bookshelf off of him. This is against a target number of 6.
10.
10. Okay. Yeah, you lift the shelf off of him. You pull him out. It would be a study test of 6 to try to find.
Study?
Yeah.
Could I use perception instead?
No.
Damn, that would be way better for me.
You're like searching his pockets and stuff.
5.
Hey. Yeah, you find a small key on him along with a wallet that has quite a bit of just loose cash in it.
Okay. I will take his wallet and I will toss the key to Philium. While I pick up
Gotcha.
Nolan and drag him to the broken window.
When you pop the drawer, you find inside a gold-plated derringer with a crystal handle. You also find a
I'll tuck that in my belt.
you also find a folder, kind of like an old school, just like flap on each side of leather with a leather string, and when you loosen it, you find quite a bit of personal correspondence. When you try to quickly look through it as the flames are continuing to grow, you see correspondence back and forth with Esmeralda and others, as well as times and locations, names.
I'm just gonna tuck that into my coat,
Okay.
and then
And
I'm gonna
hop out the window.
grab the painting.
Yeah.
Is it gonna slow me down, or could I like smash it and roll up the actual canvas?
You could smash it and roll up the canvas.
Yeah, just make it easier.
You could also just carry it out. You could do either one.
Okay,
It would
so-
probably be easier if you
thinking.
smashed it and rolled up the canvas.
Yeah, I'd quickly smash it, grab it, and like roll up the canvas as I run to the window.
When you smash it to roll up the canvas, you find a letter, a sealed letter, fall out.
I'll pocket that too.
Okay.
Not gonna look at it yet though.
You wrap it up. When all of you reach the window, you see a broken lattice that leads down. That very clearly Luna made a very difficult climbing check to get up.
Yeah.
Go ahead and make athletics tests against a target number of 5.
I'm gonna throw that Tenafar disc out. Give
Oh.
me Nolan. Give me Nolan.
Yeah, I'll give Nolan to Philium to take down on the Tenafar disc.
Okay.
I'll just throw it down. So
Yep.
we sink down there.
I rolled an 8 for my athletics to climb down.
All right. Each,
And then
each of you reaches the bottom in your own ways.
And then if I need to help Luna, like, catch her...
He just leaps out into your arms.
Okay, cool.
As all of you rush out into the street, you see a black chariot approaching. 4 figures leaning out the back, several of them drawing revolvers as they call for the horses to slow to a stop in front of this house. And then you see, on grappling lines, Strike and Nightshade strike, and they basically just flip into this cart, and it starts to rock around as people cry out. And then as the two of you cross the street, you see them hopping out the other side into the street and kind of like crouching down and moving through the shadows towards you.
Really, they are just fantastic, aren't they?
We really must train with them.
I've had to wait weeks to figure out to see how your characters would react to these guys. As you reach the corner of the cobblestone outside of view of the house, you see Shrike and Nightshade. As you guys step into this alley, I'm going to assume that Bernard, you've just got Nolan over your shoulder right now. You hear the as they both come down the grappling lines and just kind of land in front of you in the alley.
Excellent work, you two. Seriously, no notes. None whatsoever.
We've been at this for a while.
I can tell.
Good job getting out of those flames. Sorry we couldn't get in to help you.
Well, it's quite fine. I think you were looking for this. I'll just hold the folder up.
He'll take it and he'll start to flip through it. This'll do.
I believe you can also take this one to Jay, and I'll hand him Nolan. Unless you wanted to talk to him, Fillion.
I don't think I need to speak to him.
We'll take him in for you. Good work, you two. The lower city, it could use more people like you.
We are available for training.
And tired.
Nightshade will chuckle. Interesting. We'll think about it. He flips Nolan up on his shoulder. Good work. Nightshade chuckles, and then she kind of like skips on her feet. See you later. And they both basically flip up between the roofs of the houses and then just kind of disappear into the night.
Perfect. Well, I think we have to go back to a casino, Bernard.
I believe we do have a painting to deliver.
We see the two of you walking down the cobblestone in the moonlight together. Eventually, we cut to the two of you sitting in a booth across from one Mickey Green. So, I have to admit I'm slightly concerned you're not carrying a painting in a frame.
Oh, yes, Nolan's house caught on fire, so I had to roll it up for you. Although I figure this letter is probably what you were after. I didn't look at it, if that's what you're concerned about.
He'll tap the end of his cigar on the table, like kind of motioning for you to slide it across to him.
I'll just push them both across.
He'll shift and he'll look at it. Interesting. He'll pull up the note and he'll pocket it. You can keep the painting. Reward of sorts.
I thought as much.
And as you know something that you shouldn't, but I have decided that I see you as something of a useful sort. He'll flip across a note folded in leather. You can tell that it's quite a large stack of money. Just forget you saw anything in that frame, and I'll let you know if I ever need a mystery solved.
You, sir, have a deal.
As you pull up the note, he'll nod and say, well then, unless you're planning on losing money at my slots, how about you get the hell out of here?
We will do just that. You have a great night, Mickey.
It was a pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure meeting you too. As the two of you step out the front of the casino, the kind of neon yellow light and the moonlight, this cross section of energy in the night air. What would the two of you like to do?
Oh, I don't know about you, Fillion, but this has been a very long night.
Yes.
I am quite tired.
Why don't you take the rest of the night off? I'll see you at some point tomorrow. I have to pay my respects to someone, as well as find a new dealer.
Do you guys look
Go
at how
shoot
much
for the
cash it
first
is?
one if you would like.
Yeah, I'll look at how much cash it is.
It is 10,000 demarks.
I'll pull out
Wow.
Nolan's wallet too and see how much is in there.
There's 1,000 demarks and 212 dacotes inside of his wallet. There's also a gold-plated hip watch, which could probably fetch at least a few hundred demarks. But you know, like the ones you put in your, I can't remember what those are called. The ones you put in your like waistcoat.
Yeah. I mean, probably keep the watch. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'll hand Philium the money from Nolan's wallet and go,
Philium,
nope, don't
Sorry.
spend it all on cocaine. We need some groceries too.
this is actually a big enough stack of cash that if you were willing to commit most of it, you could get your down payment on a office for a business, like a headquarters. It's probably going to be like a dingy one, but you'll be able to like put a sign on it and have a secretary if you want.
The best PIs always work out of dingy little offices.
Yes.
The best paying investigation we've ever had, Bernard.
By far.
All you had to do was take the criminals' money.
I think we'll be in a new place tomorrow. Find me on Caker Street.
Very well.
That's so good. That's so good. We got to keep that canon. And then the two of you split off into the night.
Mm-hmm.
As our camera kind of pans back from the two of you splitting off, Luna trotting after you, Bernard. She gives a look back at you, and then she continues forward. Philium, where do you go to pay your respects?
Is that bar we were in initially, are they open for the night, or are they
Very
closed out?
early in the morning, but you see a light is on, and it appears they have gotten things going again. And as you head down into the bar, you see a small band playing some soft music, and quite a few regulars taking to drink in Esmeralda's name.
I would join them. Something sweet and syrupy like she liked. If she liked it, I don't know.
Yeah, we see you kind of sitting amongst them as some of them drunkenly dance to the music. You kind of take one of the glass like little like hors d'oeuvre forks, and you stir your sweet syrupy drink, and then you take a sip for Esmeralda. And that's where we're going to end this story. Until we see Bernard and Philium and Luna again. And I don't know for sure when that's going to be, but in the meantime, each of you gets 20 character points to spend on these characters.
Yeah. You get so many upgrades for Luna.
And thus ends our story for now.
That was great.
That was fucking fun.